You're listening to BBC Radio Kent. A brand new theatre company comes to Sittingbourne. Boom Hush Theatre Productions are a non-for-profit group. They aim to raise awareness of the stigma faced by those with underlying illnesses and diseases. They've got a debut show we're going to hear about. It's called Let's Be Bad, which will be coming to our county soon. Let's talk tonight to founder of the company, Rebecca Bowman, who's on the show. Hello.
Hello, Dominic.
Great to have you with us. And tell us how the idea of this came about, because we've talked a lot on the Arts and Culture Show about how theatre can be such an amazing leveller for people and really help in the arts for health, well-being.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, music is such a powerful sort of vehicle for conveying emotion and sharing with others. We actually did, my co-founder Kay and I did a show last year for LGBTQ plus mental health, just as a one-off. And it was so fulfilling to do something that we could, share what we love doing, whilst also bringing awareness to something that's so important in our community. So we thought, why don't we do more of this?
So how did you get involved?
So Kay and I have been in musical theatre together. We've got 25 combined years of experience. We've performed with a group called the Kentish Players and also the Upchurch Players. So we've got that sort of experience behind us.
But you also suffer yourself from HEADS.
I do, yes.
Tell us about what that stands for, that acronym.
Yeah. So HEADS is Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. So what that basically means for me is that my connective tissues don't function as they should. So that causes subluxations, dislocations, pain, fatigue. Can be quite a challenge, but we just find ways of sort of overcoming each day. And because it's an invisible illness, you wouldn't look at me and think this person has any problems. That's why we thought, because it's something that I've suffered from. My sister, who is going to be the choreographer for our show, also suffers from. We want to, raise awareness of these illnesses that people don't see and aren't maybe as aware of.
And there's lots of discussion often about, disability, but actually this is ability, isn't it? This is the ability to be part of a theatre company and to put on performances and to say, regardless of what I am dealing with elsewhere, that doesn't stop me being creative and having a creative space in my life.
Absolutely. I mean, our aim is to be creative, is to be diverse, and is to be inclusive. We want to make musical theatre accessible. Whatever it is you're dealing with or you're going through, this can still be a part of your life. And actually, personally, I find it very therapeutic in a way that music brings that sort of calming influence and brings the energy, and being part of a community and working together on something, I think is so important when you're suffering with something, that you can be with other people.
It sounds amazing that you're going to bring together a lot of people, and I just wonder what you've got planned. What sort of productions are you working on?
So our debut show is Let's Be Bad, which is a villainous concert, which we're going to be putting on next year in May. Everyone loves a villain, so we thought, what a great place to start. Like the sort of darker side of musical theatre. Going forward, looking ahead, we want to do more shows that will raise awareness for, these under sort of recognised conditions like fibromyalgia or misunderstood conditions like type 1 diabetes, and also AIDS. One of the things we'd love to do is a show called Elegies, which is a very special show to one of our friends, Gordon Harris, who is actually our NODA rep. And that's all about, the struggle of AIDS and all of the stigma around that.
So all of this, there'll be someone listening right now and says, actually, I would love to get involved in theatre, but I've always thought that what I'm going through might prevent me from doing that. And you're saying, actually, come and chat to us, I guess? Yeah,
come and chat to us. We will, I've struggled, but we will find a way to, include people. So I can't stand for very long, for example. So we'll be doing chair dancing as opposed to, sort of moving around, dancing around the stage in that way. There are ways around the difficulties that people have, and it shouldn't stop anybody from being involved in something as wonderful as musical theatre.
It's been so great hearing from you tonight. You're an amateur not-for-profit group. You mentioned NODA that you mentioned there. Just explain who they are.
So NODA are the Operatic Dramatic Association, who sort of support musical theatre groups. They've been around since 1899. As I say, Gordon Harris is our rep, and that's involved in sort of reviewing shows and supporting local theatre companies to bring more local theatre to more audiences.
I wish you the very best of luck with your debut show, Let's Be Bad. If people want to find out more about the work you're doing at Boom Hush Theatre Productions in Sittingbourne, where's the best place to go online and on socials?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram as Boom Hush Theatre Productions. People can also email us at boomhushtheatreproductions@gmail.com. We've got all our information up there, and the information for sort of if they wanted to be part of our show, audition information can be accessed there as well. So people feel free to contact us.
Hey, it's been great talking to you, and congratulations. It sounds like a great group to start up, and hopefully it will inspire a lot. We've definitely been inspired by hearing you talk to us tonight. Thank you so much for being with us on BBC Radio Kent's Arts and Culture Show.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having us.